Hello everyone on our last presentation and welcome Hugo David from startup Mindflow, who gonna speak about no-code hyperautomation, real-world use cases. Please welcome him with warm applause.
Merci. So, first things first, do you guys want me to talk in English or in French? English? Okay, then. So, yeah, Mindflow, a small cybersecurity startup that is doing automation and orchestration. And today, I'm here to present to you guys some different use cases that you can do in no-code in a field that is cybersecurity, that is traditionally known for being very technical, very codey, let's say. And all through Mindflow, you can manage to address as well, if no better, than with code. So, small presentation of myself before, because it's not megalomaniac, but it's important for this case because you'll understand after a while. So me, I'm Hugo, so nice to meet you, all of you guys. I'm absolutely not a developer. I'm actually coming from the law field. I graduated from Sorbonne and Descartes a few years ago, so absolutely no experience whatsoever in cybersecurity. Actually, I came in Mindflow through a job opening on Indeed, and I clicked with Paul Arthur, the CEO and founder, and he hired me first to do some basic tasks in marketing, etc. Then compliance stuff, and then security analyst through Mindflow. So no computer science degree, no development project as hobbies. Well, to be honest, 15 years ago I coded in HTML my Counter-Strike clan. So it wasn't really good, but I coded. That's my only experience in coding. So how did I end up working in tech? Explain to you guys. So an opening, so a path opening to me, and just choose it to go there. And this is why presenting myself is really interesting today, is that today I'm creating some cybersecurity automations through Mindflow without any coding experience whatsoever. So I'm going to try to show you guys how we can do it and how easy, between codes of course, it is through a platform like Mindflow. So as I'm saying, to automate cybersecurity tasks, I'm using a great platform, like really top-notch platform, that is Mindflow, the company I'm working in. And it's, as I said, a no-code orchestration and automation platform. Basically, we orchestrate APIs, and we allow the users to create API calls, link them together with automation logic, like conditional statements, for each loops, etc., to create automated workflows and to automate tasks. It's easy, like you're basically on a canvas and you're creating steps, you're linking them together, you can do whatever you want. It's really playful. I actually love. You can add some emojis on the canvas, which is really nice. And it's easy to use. Even me can use it. So, well, I think that most of you guys can use it if I can use it. And I'm going to show you like a few use cases I've implemented in Mindflow, cybersecurity cases, and that with, again, no experience whatsoever in development. The first one is monitoring accounts, Mindflow's accounts, and Google's Mindflow accounts on a popular tool that is Have I Been Pwned, where you're querying an email address, and if it has been leaked in a data breach, you will receive an answer in the breach in which it has been leaked. So basically what it is that every week or so, I'm submitting all the email addresses of a company to Have I Been Pwned, and I'm checking the answer from Have I Been Pwned. If there is a match, it returns a 200 code. If there is no match, it returns a 404. And from then on, I'm going to examine if the user already have been breached, the primary email of the user, like the @mindflow.io, have been breached. If it has been breached, I'm looking to see if the breach that it is in is already registered. I'm storing every breach in an Airtable table. And then if there is a new breach, I'm getting notified with a new breach. And from there, automatically, I'm going to log out the user, reset the password, notify the different admins on Slack, saying, OK, someone has been breached. We've revoked the different accesses. We've signed and reset all cookies, session cookies. Incident is averted. And then here are the different tasks that you need to follow to proceed forward. So I'm doing this with a primary email address, but I'm also doing it with a recovery email addresses. Like typically, most of the time, these are personal address. Someone has from their like 15s. Like for me, at some point, it was Nirvana at 59 at hotmail.fr. Leaked everywhere, so I'm seeing all the different leaks, and for each new leaks, I'm seeing the new leak, and I'm getting notified for the new leak. And it runs automatically. I can decide to run it programmatically every Monday, or every Tuesday, or once every month, etc., etc., etc. So no manual task needed for that task, which would, like individually, monitoring an account individually, like mine, takes 1 minute per week. But if you have, like us, 30 people, it takes 30 minutes per week. If there is a leak, it takes even more time because you have to go on Google to reset, to sign out, etc., etc., notify. So it would take like 5, 6, 7 minutes. Imagine for 2 or 3 people once per week. It takes time. And as a small company, you don't have time to deal with these kind of things, so you automate it. And there is a second use case, which is a little bit cooler. It's monitoring the different IP connections from Google. We use Google as our main identity provider. So every time someone requests a OAuth token login, we examine it. We get notified first on Mindflow, and then the flow triggers, and we're going to see if this IP has already been flagged. If it has not already been flagged, we're going to gather the different details of a connection, like from where it was if the connection occurred, like if it was in France or somewhere else. And then we're going to gather all the details in a ticket that is going to be created in Slack. And in this ticket, I'm going to be able to choose if I'm revoking the connection or if I'm approving the connection. If I'm revoking the connection, I'm just going to revoke all the OAuth tokens that were issued for this app. Let's say the guy requested a token to connect on Google Chrome. I'm going to revoke all the tokens, and then I'm going to notify the channel that it has been properly done, and document everything in a ticket that will be like on Airtable or on Jira or on PagerDuty or basically any other tools that I would need to do to document my use cases. So again, a small company, people are logging from everywhere. Like in the new work environment, let's say people are working abroad or working remote, so you can't, although traditionally you were in a building, everyone was connecting from the same place. Now, since COVID, people are increasingly working abroad, working from different places, so I need to be able to manage the different place of connection and, if needed, remediate, and we're doing this automatically. And the last use case that I'm going to show you guys is a more traditional one. It's basically an email phishing detection and remediation. Like I'm going on Google, I'm creating a forwarding address. Every incoming email will be transferred to the platform, and I'm going to trigger this flow for every incoming email, and then extract the sender's IP address, submit it to 2 different services to see if there is the IP is malicious. If it's malicious, automatic remediation. I'm going to go into the user's mailbox and then delete the email. I could also just go onto all others employees' mailbox and delete the same email by looking with the email address or the email subject. And if the IP address checks green, I can still go and see if there are URLs in the email. If there are, I'm going to extract them automatically and send them to 2 different services to see the different results about the email. And if they're malicious, I'm going to also go and delete the email automatically. So I can do this again automatically, and as you guys know, we receive a lot of different emails every day. So it's something that could take hours every day just to see and detect, potentially detect malicious emails. And so we can do this. We can do this kind of use case and many, many, many more. Here, for instance, I just took a screenshot from October 2nd to October 9th of our own internal environment on Mindflow. You see that there are 45 playbooks running for a little bit more than 4,500 executions, single executions. So it's rapidly, you actually see the benefits really fast. Again, I think I have created like 15 or 20 playbooks in these 45 with, again, no code experience, no development experience whatsoever. So it's easy. You can automate basically almost anything through the platform. You can then think automation first before like the traditional way where you would have your incident response or any other kind of roadmap about what you're going to do in this case. You imagine a use case and you go straight away on the platform, you create it, and then you automate it, and then you basically eliminate the repetitive task even before it exists. So yeah, undone repetitive task. And finally, of course, have fun doing it because it's increasingly fun to use the platform. And I'm going to try to make you guys a demo, and we'll see if it works. I hope so, but it should work. So basically, what I'm going to do is like a really easy thing, like nothing too complex. It's just to create a small chatbot with Slack to be able to type a question and have an answer. So what I've did is that I already created the command in Slack. Here you can see that it's being redirected to one of our environments. And I created the command tada and magic. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to trigger first this flow to generate logs on the platform to be able to work on this. So what I'm going to do is just type tada, simulate the flow. So I'm going to trigger, you see that it's going to be, it has been run. So I have generated some logs to be able to work on the webhooks logs from Slack. So now I can create, let's say, a OpenAI API call, create a completion, or a chat completion, I think. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to configure the step and to show you guys how easy it is to configure an API call through the platform. So I'm just going to query the model that I want to work on with OpenAI, which is, thank you, which is GPT 3.5 Turbo. And then I'm going to select the content that I'm going to want to transfer to OpenAI, which is the payload of my Slack webhook. So I'm going to go into the different payloads, select text, and then just set the max tokens, set the right credentials to authenticate the API request that is being stored into a different section of the platform. Then my first step is done and ready. And after that, I'm also going to create a Slack step to post the answer back onto Slack. So I'm going to create a chat post message. I'm going to find the channel that I want to send the message to, which is also included into the query, which is right there. And then in the text, I'm going to go and fetch the answer from OpenAI, a step that I have to run right now. Just waiting for the execution to complete. And then I'll be able to go and query the answer from OpenAI that is comprised into a JSON file right there. And going to choices, messages. There we go. So this is basically, the flow is basically done. So right now, what I can do is I can go on Slack and trigger it, and we'll see if it works or if I messed up something. So ta-da, I'm going to say what is a potato, and we'll see how it goes. We go on Chrome. We'll see that the flow has been triggered from Slack. The first step is being run. It's being run, it's being run. Here we go, here we go. We send the message back to Slack, and we have the answer from Slack straight, the answer from OpenAI straight into Slack. So it's a, thank you. It's an easy use case, but you can see I've done it in 2 minutes, orchestrated 2 different tools. I avoided the need to develop a connector for OpenAI and for Slack. So it's really fast, it's playful, and it's easily versionable. And then, well, anyway, you can create lots of different things with the platform. And this concludes my presentation. Just to say that, if it loads, that no code works.
Do you have any question? None? Even about hair color? Where did you get it?
Not far from here, actually.
True. Okay, thank you very much. It was very interesting and well done.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.